All right, we are back here. We are back here. So, to everyone there, this is Randy here. We are back here. Let's see what we can share the video here. Let's try to get a video on going. Okay.
I say no to Mr. Joe. Let Joe go back, man. This is your talk. Let Joe go back in the bush that they play he belong because he do nothing here in woman early. They do nothing for our country. So let them go back to the place. They will not get one vote here. We tired today. We tired tomorrow.
I'm Jackson William. You see, my brother, this is a little business that I made to support my 5 children. During the year 2005, Madam Seri told us that there were going to be free primary education, especially comparative, free primary education. And she told us there will be a lot of job facility and company than ever before. And she said also there was going to be a stop to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you, good afternoon to you. This is Randy here, and thank you for joining me here. It's Tuesday evening from my end here, and we are back again with another edition of the Tabletop Show with me, Randy here. And it's always a pleasure to have you guys here tonight, and always. Thank you so much for joining me, and please share the video. We got pretty good lineup for you guys here, so please be my guest and go out there and share the video. All right, so this is our new channel of broadcast, and we're going to do the best we can. So enjoy yourself with Joe Boakai failure.
Corruption was going to be her worst enemy. And I think she set precedent on Judy Bryant. But after Judy Bryant died and all the rest of her ministers were just transferred to another ministry for corruption, I see the election to be very critical. And one thing I should tell the Liberian people is to get the United Party out of Liberia completely, because they are people like the demonic forces that is hanging over Liberia, trying to suck our blood and destroy our children and great-grandchildren future. They are. I'm talking to say that I'm very bad because you talk about the man they call Joseph Boakai in today's way. I'm against it totally. I'm against the entire United Party. Let government.
So meaning you are saying no to Joe, right?
No to Joseph Boakai. No to the United Party. Let it go our way. Let it leave us. Let us live our peaceful life. Let our children go to school happily, and let Papa come home with black plastic bag filled with rice, pepper, chicken soup, and let the children be happy.
Money is Loretta. We have one fan this government. The Joe man is talking about as a land Joe grew this government for the 2 years. For the 2 years, not small years. And then there is nothing that you can show. I can show you like brand people. So for that reason, we are not satisfied with Joe. We want him no more again. Even when I offer Joe said he comes to work there. I'm not satisfied because he is corrupted. The whole government is corrupted. For one fact, right now our children, you see younger than me, I say you go here. I say you say you go. When my child is in school, but when you go to the school house, you say you want to go see your child at school, my dear. The money that they will force it. The money why you can up to 14 years later. So again, the market will make it so even pay our children's school fee. Again, manage it, my dear. So for the reason we tired.
Just a brief for me, I'm not satisfied because you know, for the government have been ruling up to this time, or 2 days the last time. But we have been disappointed by the government. And me especially, more especially having to do with our leader, which is the president. Yeah, and the current government has the most educated government, but now the current government has the most corrupt government. So what? If good, then what bad? So that's my problem, really. She said you have no control over process for what as a leader. They won't have control over process. So for me, right now, although I time all the finish, but I don't think I can vote to that barrier because it's the same government. When you get in power, it will be the same government because she will control him. Yeah. So for me, I'm not very willing. Even see Joe Boakai leading us as president.
We suffer too much. You are very hard. We used to buy a couple of for $20, but now you go anywhere, you go a couple of at 35, 40. We have big already at 2,000. We used to buy a couple of 75 in a bush, but now we buy it 200 now. Poor bear, that's $450. Kiapra, none of the there's a 350 or 375. We suffer too much. After me, I feel they call me. Because school, when I go to school, you go register a child. The money they will call, they used to say government school. But now when you go register a child in government school, you will pay money 5,000 or 3,000. Yeah. So our children suffering. We don't have correct, even hospital. Even your child say running when they go to the hospital, they'll just say pay money before you hold your child in the hospital. They don't want help. Poor people around, they don't want to help the poor people. Black people pass them and they don't want to help them. We're suffering in this country too much. I leader the government try to do something. The government promised that when she win, she's going to help the Liberian people. She's going to build school, she's going to build hospital. Even the mansion, she said that the mansion she's going to pay all to this time. Nothing good, not here. So we're suffering in this country. We need peace now. They say no war, but the one that we're feeding now is more than war. So we're tired now. We're tired. And say no, no, and no, forever no.
I say no to Mr. Joe. Let Joe go back, man. This is your talk about. Let Joe go back in the bush that they play he belong because he do nothing here a woman early. They do nothing for our country. So let them go back to the place. They will not get one vote here. We tired today, we tired tomorrow.
I'm Jackson William. You see, my brother, this is a little business that I made to support my 5 children. During the year 2005, Madam Seri told us that there were going to be free primary education, especially comparative, free primary education. And she told us there will be.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here this evening. It's Tuesday from my end here, and I don't know what time it is to you over there, but good evening and welcome to the Tabletop Show with me, J. Randy. Just to give you guys heads up, what was that, Mr. Yango? Good morning from my NGRD. This guy was a classmate from Kakata. Okay, I see a lot of friendship taking place here. So I'd like to say welcome to every one of you guys and thank you so much for joining me here. Liberia is at a very major crossroad, and we want to make sure that whatever we can do to help our country should actually be done. And come 2023 is going to be a very, very major decision making. And if you miss out on that, of course, you're going to feel the pain not only at the pump, but everywhere in your life. This election is very key, and I think that Honorable Joseph Boakai, with all due respect, is not the right person to be in that position. And I'm trying to rally the base, both sedition and ANC, from my own understanding and my own vision, to make sure that Mr. Boakai does not go to the second round. Yes, that's the goal that I personally and my own campaign, to make sure that Mr. Boakai does not go to the second round, because Mr. Boakai does not have what it takes to make Liberia a better country. I stand today to see Cummings taking on George Weah. That is my position. I'm not going to change it. For the other new candidates, they can either pick a side, whether it's going to be Joe Boakai, I mean, Weah or Cummings. But Boakai has had his time. Boakai does not have any vision for that country and will continue to make that clear to the Liberian people. And Mr. Boakai is not going to be the leader that Liberia should depend on. If you live in Liberia, I'm going to tell you this: your future is in your own hands. If you allow the guys who supporting Boyka to come and make the greater fool out of your life, they are going to give you 6 years of empty promises. And in the end, you're going to lose. So if you're 40 years old in 2023 and for some reason you get 6 years and give it to the guys, you are going to lose. Yes, you are going to lose. So, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we will be uh, starting our broadcast into Liberia tomorrow. So be on the alert. Tomorrow we will be starting 6 p.m. Eastern time, New York time. 6 p.m. Eastern time, New York time, the East Coast time. And the guys in Liberia will be at their studio, I believe at 10 p.m. We're going to just start to get to know each other on the show tomorrow. And like I said, the geographic is going to cover um, most of the county that are in the central, northwest, southeastern part of the country. Yes. So we are doing everything possible. And I would like to say a big thank you to all my big five that I spoke to today. They are willing to help with the cost to sponsor this program. Yes, they are willing to help with the cost to sponsor this program. So I would like to say a big thank you, and the opportunity is yours. If you believe that what we are fighting for on the platform, please feel free to reach out to me. It's going to be big. Yes, it's going to be big. So tomorrow we'll start the preliminary broadcast so that you can see for yourself. I have spoke to people that I call my big five who are very supportive in what I do. So they have agreed that we should go ahead with the program. They have asked me also to reach out to the gentleman I'm talking to so that we can schedule a Zoom call. I really don't have a confirmed date and time, but I'm targeting the weekend. But again, it is a tentative schedule, and I just want to make sure that we all are aligned in order to have a conversation with the gentleman because I want to be as transparent as I can. Whatever money you're going to spend, I want to make sure that that money is spent and you get to see that receipt. We are not here to support any political party that is not in the interest of the Liberian people, whether it is the CDC or the ANC. Whatever we decide, whichever party we decide to support, we will make that very clear to the Liberian people here. Yes. We made that very clear to the Liberian people here. Yes. We made that very, very clear to the Liberian people. Yes. So we are doing everything possible to make sure that together we fight this battle of creating awareness among our people. The election that is coming up in 2023, it is a very powerful election. It is an election that's going to decide where we're going to be next. All right, so let me just play something here for you guys as I prepare to present to you the program tonight. Please share the video, guys.
Future to me in the rest. Boy, Asian now. So in the rest, we need younger person here. Yeah, in the rest. The notion people carried around that Waka can be the best. I think my man, that is wrong. Need the rest.
The problem I have with Boakai, I have two problems with him. One,
Need the rest.
what is affecting Boakai? You see that two things have no kill. When you crack it don't have no kill. When you crack it, no kill. The second one is age. When you are old, you don't sit there to be young again. No. When you old, you old. Until you get going on the ground.
Yeah, need the rest.
The second problem I have with Boakai, they squander opportunity for the past 12 years. My people, for the past 12 years.
Need the rest. Boy, Asian now.
And not only the Boakai sound, all you know, because the politician people say Boakai do this, Boakai do that. But look at the level of Badana Jure.
Need the rest. He should be retired by now. He should be retired by now. His age is not, I will tell you for sure, for his age, he will be controlled by people who are pushing him to become the standard bearer of the seed people. Need the rest. There are some greedy politicians who are being in power before, who want to come back to power. This is what I see. But it's too old. I need the rest. Yeah, need the rest. Boy, Asian now. So in the rest, we need younger person here.
I have no problem with the old man. And the old man was fit to go out here when a Boakai was fit. The first thing, you are not even coming to allow you to support him. Because he knows your attitude. But because of the age, you know, his sense of reasoning is declining. This is why you hold you on his side. We don't know your history in this country. Tell me for us.
No, yeah, need the rest.
If Boakai become president, the age will not promoting. You that will run this country, and the international community will blame us for our own selfish thing that we did.
Asian now. No, yeah, need the rest. Boy, Asian now.
Okay, so let's keep moving here. All right, let's keep moving here. I'm trying to download something for you guys here. Let's keep moving here. But let's play this one here again.
Joe Boakai has no fresh ideas. Joe Boakai is not able to run this country. He's a dead man walking. He's a dead man walking. And I cannot support a dead man walking. I will not support wicked Nukwe, the people who raise the budget on you, the people who raise, taxes on you, on water, on essential commodities. They raise taxes on you. And some of you support these people. They have destroyed your lives. Man. Come on. What is it with some of you people? I will not change. The people will cry in this country. They will not have food to eat. Nothing will change. God forbid, if Emmanuel Nuku and Joe Boakai won the presidency and the vice presidency, nothing will change. They're not going to cut their salaries. They're not going to reduce the budget. They're not going to do it. I'm not going to suffer, because they're already reaching out to me now. They're already reaching out to me now. I'm not going to suffer. You are the people who will suffer. I'm not going to suffer, because they're already reaching out to me now. They're already reaching out to me now. I'm not going to suffer. You are the people who will suffer. Most of the ordinary people, not me.
You contact went to Emmanuel Nube and asked him for money. And Emmanuel Nube refused. That's why you are opposition to him.
Well, let me ask you a question. Did he?
Let me laugh. Emmanuel Nube was still made a Costa.
And he gave me money?
So he will not be happy to close you up.
But go ask Emmanuel Nukwe about the people he not sent to me, including Gafwan. In fact, listen now, let me throw out a challenge. I'm going to throw out a public challenge to Augustine Kwe Gafwan. Mr. Augustine Kwe Gafwan, didn't Emmanuel Nukwe send you to my house on 2 occasions? That's the question.
No, 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 wait, my brother. It's a child. I want Gafon to deny it. Mr. Gafon, didn't Emmanuel Nukwe send you to my house on 2 occasions? And you know what we discussed there. That let Gafon say it's a lie, then I will present the evidence. And the other day when Joey I said, I come in now, the other day when Joey I said that he paid Gafon school fee and Gafon said I will lie. Okay, well, I'm saying to Gafon, Mr. Augustine paid Gafon. Didn't you come to my house? I said different place to my house in the night. In the night, not in the day. Didn't you come to my house in the night on 2 occasions to do Emmanuel Nukwe's bidding? Let me repeat, Mr. Gafwan, Augustine Kwehe Gafwan, National Campaign Manager of the Unity Party. Didn't you come to my residence at night?
You see, guys, the reason I'm showing all this video here is our people back home don't have access to the guys who they take to be their hero. The heroes, some of them, all right, are playing the Liberian people to their own advantage, and they are putting the Liberian people future at the highest risk. It's the very man who said Boakai is a dead man walking. He's being challenged by other people, and Liberians who don't know the past of the guy history think that their present behavior will give them a future. They are wasting their time. They are wasting their time. So I am glad that we are watching you on YouTube. Oh, thank you very much, Alex. Alex said he watching me on YouTube. That's good. Thank you for the heads up, Alex. Let me just post this here. So, guys, Alex said he watching me on YouTube. Yep, as you can see over there. Alex said watching you on YouTube. So, guys, as you can see there now, we are going full throttle now. We are going full throttle, and that is how we're going to roll now. So please share the video and let's have a blast every time we come on here. Like I said, tomorrow at 6 p.m. New York time. 6 p.m. New York time, we will be engaging the gentleman from Liberia. We're going to have a brief show just to hear the audience, yes, to get the audience attention. And after that, we hope to start on next week, Monday. We are hoping to get a local number, let's say the United States number, because every one of you guys, depending on the topic, will have the opportunity to call in, and then your voice will be heard in Liberia. These guys are doing very well, and I'm pleased with their strategy. So the way it's going to work, the gentleman I'm working with, he has 3 other stations, and those stations are in different part of the country. That include part of Bank County, part of Lofa County, some part of Grand Bassa, and Riverside. That are the 3 counties, and then they cover Nimba, they cover I think Magibi. So we're going to have a very big and impact on the minds of the Liberian people. My goal is to make sure that the people who are going through this stress, security stress, economic stress, you name it, I want to make sure that come 2023, that by then they will have gotten the necessary information that they need so that they can make their decision. Yes. Um, for the ANC people, again, you guys have heard my announcement. It's up to you guys. And there's nothing else that I can do but to just continue reminding you guys about what G Randy is all about. Let me say hi to my sister here, um, Yumontru Kringa. Hi, and welcome to the show. So, what do we have here tonight? We are going to take a quick glance at the president of Liberia, his opening ceremony of the beach. Yes, the opening ceremony. I mean, not the beach, the children playground. Today, the president um, attempted. I mean, he opened up the playground for the young children in the FU era, and I just thought it wise to come and share that with you guys here today. And while sharing it, we will be making some analysis on what are some of the concerns that we have in regards to the pool that the president, has opened for the young people. Yes, for the young people. Before we do that, let me see what I can check something here quickly here. Yeah, so and we'll be coming to Joseph Boakai again. We're coming to Mr. Boakai to discuss additional more things about Mr. Boakai. So there's something I'm looking for here. I don't know what I will be able to find it. All right, I had it here, but I don't know where it is now, where I put it. So if I cannot find it, then I said, so let's get to the president today and get to analyze what we're seeing here right now.
See him right there.
Greeting the kids.
No, go on the cross right
So
there.
then you can fine. You can be there. Yeah.
But
You can go there. Yeah. By the time it's gone, you come left.
the cousin of this same something, right? So guys, we stand close up here and say something before you.
Yeah, but you're still going to
For what institution? I don't think you do.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MCC TV. If you're just joining, we are currently at the Invisible Sport Park, where the President of the Republic of Liberia will be building a mini pool for the kids after play, so that they can be able to arrange the skin, arrange the body before leaving. So it's in a moment from now he will be here. So this is the Invisible Sport Park. The president is here. He says this park was named after the First Lady, Clark Maria playground. Here comes the president in his maroon African suit. His maroon African suit. I see Honorable Bill Torre. I see Pepsi Yeke. And the Minister of Upper Footy, Chokobi, the man who's in charge of this park. So, I'm going to guys.
Here comes the president sitting right there. Suit. See him right there.
Greeting the kids.
Opening of the case. Remember, this park was dedicated a while ago. Very, very mesmerizing facility here. They host so many events in this one month. So here officially the ribbon going to be cut to the sub-session of the park.
So the president is about to cut the ribbon.
So this is the Liberian Institute for Human Segment Panorama. We are here looking at the live coverage of the opening of the case school. So you can see right there during the cutting of the ribbon.
That's it?
Yeah, good. See a lot of kids in the back there. They are also
All right, so guys, we're going to start from here. Just as well, we're going to start the analysis from here. So we're going to start the analysis from here. Um, First of all, in all fairness to the people of Liberia and to the history of Liberia, we had never had. I mean, for me growing up, I never had the opportunity to see a playground. I remember living on 12th Street. We used to jump over the fence from Totmaha into that Methodist school they call Gigi Rao to go and use the swing and ride the slide and stuff like that. And many times when we attempted to do that, we were chased out of the place by the watchmen, as they used to call them. I don't know what name they get for them, but today we know them to be security guard. What I'm trying to say here is, in all fairness to this president of Liberia, Mr. Weir, I'd like to commend him for what he has done in terms of putting some children playground on the ground. Whatever it is going to remain even when he's out of office. That playground going to remain for the children of Liberia to play. That's from that angle I'm seeing it. Yes, it is from that angle I'm seeing it. So I would, in that spirit, like to say thank you. I mean, thanks. I would like to thank him for such an opportunity. Well, as we go through the video, there are some safety concern that I'm going to point out to you so that together we can learn. Because what I think this pool project is, I don't think it met certain universal standard in terms of safety. There are many stories out there about parents losing their kids into pools around the world. However, many countries have taken the opportunity to develop coal and municipal coal to ensure that any construction, whether commercial, industrial, or private, there are certain code or standards that need to be applied. I don't know whether Liberia, as it relates to consumer safety product or safety regulation as it relates to constructing not just a surface pool, but an underground pool. As in this one here. I don't know whether Liberia has any adequate pool construction regulation. I don't know. But what we are going to look through here are basic things that you probably have seen during your time at any pool. So let's watch the
So
video
this
here.
is it. This is the mini pool for the kids. After playing, this is where they're going to rinse their skin. Also, this is it.
Now, as you can see around the pool here, guys, normally there is something we call handrail. And then when you go down the pool, you're coming up, there is something we call handrail. Sometimes it helps you to get a better grip of your body to be able to leave the water or even go down into the water. Because the more the kids play around here, jumping into the water, most of the splash will cover the surface here. All right, as you can see, the surface here where you guys are standing, most of the splash will cover the surface, and then it will become somehow slippery in terms of the water because water surplus around a surface, it take away the friction because friction resists motion. So when there are more water out here, it will create more friction where people can fall. So as you look, I want you to take a look at the different layout across the this wash-in pool. I see this thing as a splash, SPAST. I mean SPAS, but this is a rinsing pool where kids, after running around, according to what we are learning from the guy who is doing the voice commentating, this pool is going to be used as a rinsing for the kids to better wash away the sweat and other things. But what I'm concerned about here are the safety features here. So let's continue with the video here. But I want you to look at every egress. The egress, that is where they enter and where they get out. The egress, you have a handrail to be able to help the kids go up and down. Because any mistake, it will be leading to some type of head trauma and stuff like that. So let's continue with the video and see what else we can find.
So this is how it's gonna be. This is the Clark Maui. We are children playground.
Now you see what Mr. Chokonkwi is standing here. So here should be a, from Mr. Chokonkwi's shoes here, here should be a handrail down here. All right, that connect the 3 steps here. And then another thing too that is missing is the depth to water. All right, the depth to the bottom of the water. Looking at this here, this might be 1.5 foot deep. So on the wall around here, where you see the water here, the wall here should be able to indicate the depth of the water. Yes, the depth of the water. Now, why it is true that this is called swimming pool. Another thing they need to put around here. Let the video keep rolling again. Let's see what we can find here. All right. As you can see here, another thing they need to put here too. This is a very shallow pool here. This, again, they need to put on the surface here, no diving into the water. Some people will want to stand on the surface here and go dive into that water. If they try it, they may have a fracture score and some of them may even die in here. All right. So these are some of the missing safety feature here. So there should be a big signage, right? So there should be a big signage posted right in the 90-degree corner right here. There should be a big signage posted here that say, "Do not dive into the water." And do not dive into the water. Then they put that same marking here, and for how they call it, to determine the depth to the bottom of the water. Now you see the people opposite here. All right, I want you to look straight towards the houses behind these people here. As you can see, people are standing here. All right, they're supposed to come down into the pool here. Here again, they need another handrail here. Now, on the surface, let's go back. I don't know what we'll see what the president is standing. Let's go back.
Jump.
Now, this is a very bad behavior here. All right. These generally are practicing very, very bad behavior. There should be a personal walkway that people not just supposed to jump. No, because children see adults doing things and they learn these things. So as far as behavior pattern, these generally should be able to follow, because as you can see here, over here is the personal walkway here. All right, this roundabout they put here, I don't know why they did this here, but it making no sense if you ask me. They roundabout here. I don't know. If there should be a roundabout here, there should be an open space around the circle here where you can walk on the side of this circle to come to where the guy in the coat suit is standing here. There should be a walk around here. Now, if you watch these guys, they're going to be walking on the lawn, which is going to kill the lawn as well too. There you go. They are walking on the lawn. Now, this guy is about to jump here. Now, remember, as the children play into the water, the splash from the water can make the surface that is protecting this particular waterway, it can become very slippery. Like this guy is attempting to jump. If for some reason the water is saturated up here and he jumps, and before he does that, he slip, he may either fall forward or he may fall backward. And I want the reason why there has to be a designated area for people to walk. So this jumping here, and as a safety person, is not a good practice. It is a very bad practice, and the kids are watching, and it is not good. So again, there should have been a pre-orientation prior to the president arriving to tell the people what are the expectation as the president toward the facility after the ribbon is cut. We must be able to standardize things. And some are not saying the thing because we hate our country. No. When other people watch the video here, they will just equate us to be people who want to be in modern society, but we don't understand what it takes to be into modern society. So you watch him as he's going to jump right now. There you go. It's very, very bad. There's nowhere that say down here that jump over here to get on the other side. There is no indication here to say to get from this side to the other side, you must jump. This is what we call unwritten rules. He is making his own rule. Now, let's see how the president is going to make this move. Let's see. So actually, the president himself is walking along the side of the pool. Now, if you can see it, you see, I believe here is some type of water that came from the pool here. Now, this surface right here, the guy in the yellow t-shirt and black pants, I want you to laser focus your eyes on his sneakers. And then when your eye on his sneaker, draw a line from his sneaker across to this little kid who is standing right behind this closivo here, this pillow of the closivo. Draw a line straight from the guy in the black and yellow. Draw a line from his sneakers all across the top part of the egress into the pool to the kid that is standing right at the edge here behind the closivo here. Why I want you to look at that, there should be some type of resistant cement up here. And a resistant cement to create friction over here. And then there should be a flow marking here that say, do not jump into the water. All right. That is what we call visual factory, where people can see, and there should be image drone. Many of you guys that got pool in your backyard or that take your kids out to Disneyland or any resort, they have the markings that show how safe you can enjoy, and rather than having tragedy. So this pool makes sense, but there are many safety concerns that involve risk factor, and if things are not taken care of, something can happen here. So I just hope those who are listening will begin to go out there and make the necessary adjustment so that none of the kids here you see here or any other kid will become a lesson learned in what should have been done. And that is why I'm placing emphasis on this thing here. All right. So these are things that I do and and stuff like that. So let me see how far the comment has gone. Even keeping the water clean will be a problem. Absolutely. Yes. So I wasn't reading the statement here, but I am starting to read it now. I see Moses is here. So yeah. So I mean, we see the thing with our tear eyes, but I think it's always better that we provide the constructive criticism. And I very much appreciate you guys who are making the constructive criticism here. So let me start with Vivian here first. Vivian is saying, the hell around here. Let me see here. Let me see what's wrong. Oh, okay. I see what's wrong here. All right. Something is wrong here. Let's see here. All right. So Vivian said, even keeping the water clean will be a problem. Yes. And who can tell me why? All right. Because we are doing what we call observation here now. The reason I believe Vivian is saying this is very, very simple. Look, guy you saw jumping from one end to another as they jump over that thing. It is creating what I would describe as they're going to take debris under their feet and they're going to start to jump. All right, and since Montreal Kringa say he is rushing to so-called projects, thinking that Liberian people can be fooled, and not this time. It is not going to work. Well, that is a very clever statement, but again, Mr. Weah feel that what he's doing is in the best interest, and we shall see. Moses say, "Hey, J. Randy, um, uh, following and learning as always. Thank you very much, Moses. Thank you so much for your time. All right, and always thanks for watching. So let's go through. Let's go through here again.
So the kids are all excited. Hey! What on this on the man? Better get out of there. Yeah.
So that's the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a fountain. I mean, that actually is fountain. And what I can say here in regards to this here, guys, is this. All right. So let me pause this here. What I can say in regards to this here is every project will have criticism. All right. Even if that project was done by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, it will have criticism. If it was done by Cummings, it will have criticism. For me, I am not concerned about the criticism of the pool. The pool is already in place. The structure has been put in place. The only thing I'm worried about is the safety of those who will be over there. I'm hoping that they will have trained staff who will be able to administer first aid. If I visit that place, the first thing I want to look for is if there's any first aid station down there. Those who are going to be pool washer, who will be looking at what we call the left guy. These kids will go in there, but they need to be, not trained, but they need to be made aware, or they need to be given some awareness as to what needs to be done and what not needs to be done, because they have never had the opportunity of such a thing. So I'm just concerned for the safety aspect of what I'm looking at and what you're looking at as well. Can that be improved? Absolutely. And that's why every political party, I'm looking forward to your political platform. Whatever Mr. Weah is doing that is not right, I am going to be expecting you to do the same as well. If there's nothing in there, I'm sorry, I can't campaign for you, because what you see today should be something that I would say you should take as a lesson learned. So it is one thing to criticize, ladies and gentlemen, but it's another thing to ask yourself, what can I do to make it better? Yes, what can I do to make it better? If Mr. Weah is building it in Morrisville County, what is in my platform to make it better? It's always good to criticize. But when you criticize too, you should also make sure that you do your due diligence. because we want to build upon other many infrastructure. Let us keep building. And so my expectation will be when it comes to recreational center, I'm also looking at what can be done. Yes, what can be done in order for us to help. Yes, what can be done. All right. So that's something that we need to look forward to as well. All right. So let's move here. Let's move down the hall and see what else we can see here. But I will really appreciate if we can listen to the QA section.
While we were here, a little girl, actually Bernard, in as much as congratulated us for a milestone here. The little girl told us, this is beautiful. Children playground, but you know children love water. So while there is no swimming pool, we were obliged to get her consent of swimming pool and walk here. Where we were going to put a pool. Yeah. So what we did, instead of just putting a normal pool in the pool, we just did you can see the walking path, the pool. We remove the walking path and make it to a pool and a 2 feet so we can be here. So today I showed the joy day for the kids and why they're here, no children love water. And you can see on the side there, there's a bathroom for kids. So children have their kids go to the same place. So I hope that while the kids are here enjoying themselves in the pool, we, the parents, will be responsible enough to know that it's just a children's pool. No man or a woman will look at themselves and say they want swimming pool, they can't say they're swimming. So that children's pool, there will be a left guy here that will make sure the children are okay, they will swim and come to the parents. So I beg all of us, you all tell the people through your news media. Children pool, not adult pool. They play now, how you call it? Basa. Everybody get everything in the paper. Children also see 17. So that no making. And then the children that will be swimming here, we hope the parent will dress them well. Dress them well, they dress them well, they wear swimming trunks. Wear attire, so I'm happy. It's part of the visible part. So anything that the citizens believe that should be here, we will need to do it. You can see on the other end, we got children that roller skate. They ask us, what do we do? What do we do here? So we're trying to prepare the other side of the street so we can skate. And in a few months, they'll have their part of our park, so when they come here, they can skate. It's all part of the recreation and the wellness. So we are happy.
Mr. President, my name is Ibrahim Sharif and I report for the Liberal News Agency. You are getting congratulations nationally and internationally for this facility. Are you thinking about replicating this facility in other counties?
Well, there is a whole idea. See what we could do for the children, not to do outdoor at home. And our people, there's so many people dying from stroke, obesity. We decided building a park in the 15 counties would be good. This is our goal. This is our vision. We hope that the vision will be realized. And we're almost there. So every country will have a park, and then I can take it from there. So our people can go and work out. Look at me, I'm 55, I work out every day. I work out every day. So that we need facilities to do that. We go to our neighboring country, we go to Guinea, Ghana, Ethiopia, every Saturday people brought it. And with all the need facilities, I think it can help us. And then we are happy that PSP will soon be, and I think soon be suggested in the pipeline. It will soon be. So that we'll have another one right there. That one will also be better than this one, because There's an almost 1,000-meter recreational park and what a training center and everything. For drilling, for under drilling, the school drilling, we can drill a PhD and we can write and drill. So anything that lacking in Liberia that we can do is our quest and is our wish. We'll do everything to make sure that it's implemented because we are lack of infrastructural development in our country. This is the oldest independent African state. So we have the opportunity now to lead it. So what the country needs, we do our best.
There are many parents that concern. Mr. President, one last question, sir. One last question, sir. My name is Peter Bonyuga. There are many parents that are concerned about, the security of their kids when they come here at the Invisible Park. What system do you have in place?
You see what is in place. You got security there. As I said, they do a left guide, this is water. Any child slip from you, it could be 1 meter and they can swim to the ground. So we're going to make sure we employ left guide that will make sure that even the parents, when they bring the kids, the parents will watch the children and they will be watching the children too. If you enter the park here, you can see that we put a measure. Security is a security camera. I got on my phone here, the entire park. So if anything happens, if any journalist say the contrary, I can go back to my phone, I go back to my camera and know exactly what happened in Visible Park, whether it's in the night or it's in the day, I have it on camera. You don't have this camera, only we have this camera. So, you see, so the Invisible Park, I can see you standing right there. See, I see you standing. So you can see that we got security measure because we know that a lot of unscrupulous people will come here and do a lot of stuff that is unstable. You understand? So that we'll make sure the park is safe. I suggested this. The last time I spoke, we went to open the road in the, I think we opened the market, that we should invest in cameras everywhere around the world. I live in Miami, I want to school in Miami. Even the street there, the surveillance cameras. So when you break the red light, you see a letter, your neighbor, they find you for breaking the light. So Liberia should not be afraid to invest in light. I mean, it's just security by itself. Because it doesn't matter how much security you got there, but certain place security can go. When the camera can be different. So I hope that these people will promote Liberia that want to go to this new age, 21st century. I listened to some of you the other day when you heard that Kenya, the whole Kenya, is on camera. Everybody, oh, Liberia, watch out, Liberia. But when Liberia talk about camera, they say, oh, what kind of camera are they talking about? So we got to be real. To help the security, we also need camera to help them because the good United States, with all their security measures, they still have cameras in the street. And they should be the best, but they still have cameras in the street. So what that tells you, the camera is visible as a policeman. So when the policemen are around, you go back to the camera, you see that, well, this is what happened.
Mr. President, one last question, Mr. President. Thank you. You are committed to development. My name is Emmanuel Jepo from Liberia Popular Radio. Pretty soon we expect the dedication of Emerald Hospital in Bapoli. There are additional 3 hospitals will be dedicated to use for preventive hospital.
Well, I'm sure. But the Bapoli Hospital is done. I just left Dubai 3 days ago. Abu Dhabi 2 days ago. And they are prepared to open the Bapoli Hospital. There are a lot of conversation we have, with my friend, who is my brother. I play. You remember I played Abu Dhabi. Yeah. Those are my friends. So we asked that the Bapoli Hospital should be replicated in other countries. And we have.
All right, guys. So we just hold it there, and thank you so much for your patience. We just hold it there, and let's just brainstorm. I see question coming from few people here. I like the part. I hope that such part will be built in other counties. Yes. So Fatima, she says she loved the park, and I also think and the reason I'm bringing, whether it is Boakai, Cummings, or President Weah to my platform, because I want to make sure that Liberians be able to evaluate the president and the other political candidates, because your evaluation will give you a precursor as to whether you want to retain Mr. Weir or you want to replace him. So on the platform, we are here with an open mind. Yes. And I want everyone who come to watch me to have an open mind. Because if we take things personally, I don't think we accomplish what we want as a people that want a better country. So I see Fatima is saying, okay, hope they can take good care of 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 it. So snake can enter. All right, that's a very good suggestion there too. And because it's all for the kids. Right now the kids don't understand what is happening in our country. But for their safety, I appreciate some of the comment. Like for comfort, she said, hope they can take care of if so snake cannot enter. That is a very good strategy down there too. All right. And that means that before the kids even get to play in there, it need to be and properly evaluated or maybe check out before kids get in there. Left guard will be there during the swimming hours. Yes, I mean the president said that. So again, whoever is in charge, all right. If I see that project, we all talk about shared responsibility, whether it will be Mr. Weir or it will be Mr. Cummings. One thing I want you guys to understand, in the same manner that Mr. Weir is not all over the place, it is the same manner in which President Cummings will not be in every place at all time. So the question here is those who will be given the opportunity to serve with Mr. Cummings, are they going to be 100% perfect? I will tell you, say no. Now, when you start to make this constructive criticism or negative criticism, I just want you to understand that when your time comes and you make mistake, they will not listen to the corrective action you want to put in place, because the same people you're criticizing, they are also watching you as well. And when you come in, they want you to come in more perfect than them. So if any error you make, they're not going to forgive you. CDC is being criticized as the highest level today because they were very bitter against Eddie Johnson Sirleaf, and they're getting a payoff of what they did. So it's a lesson learned here too. All right. So let me see. Famara say here. Let me put a statement up here. She said, oh, so Randy, how do you feel about the fountain, aka the pool? Well, everything got a starting point. Yes, everything has a starting point. But what will make it a better progress is how can we improve upon it? Yes, how can we improve upon it? One of the failure that we suffered in the past years of our existence has been whenever new leader take over, they destroy or forget about the other progress the other president made. And in that process, money, material, they were all being put into the trash. I think in time to come, what needs to be done is to continue whatever a leader is doing for his people. Because if you think about it, when a leader leave, he's not taking that thing with him. So all we need to do is to improve on it. I think looking at the project, especially the pool, I don't think there were proper vetting done. Yes, I don't think there were proper vetting done. Because when you listen to the president, he said after the construction of the playground, Mr. Archibald Bernard daughter came and suggested a pool. Now, when she suggested the pool and the president decided to move forward with the pool, that should have been an addendum to the pool, to the playground. What do? You put out a bid to have a mini wash down pool constructed. Now, there will be construction companies that will come out and put in their bid. And then you come and tell them exactly what you need. And the best consulting firm that will come up with a well safe, wash down pool will give. I mean, we'll take the contract, but I don't think that was done, and that's why you see most of the issue around today is happening in there. All right. So again, we're discussing things that we want to understand here. All right. Let me see. Somebody else here. The president is the security guy. Okay, we'll see that one there. All right. Let's see here. Why is it? Liberian people don't like their own. Well, that would depend. Global Johnson. It's all politics. And let me say this to you, Mr. Johnson. Don't imagine that people will come here and want to praise George Weah, especially when they're from different political party. It's not going to be a smooth ride. They are entitled to provide their criticism. Yes. Anyone who comes here from a different political party, they are entitled to provide their criticism. The only thing that you can do is when their time comes, what can they do? If you support George Weah here, you should be asking them now, all right, do you have a platform that will make things better? If yes, can we discuss it and see what you have in there that will make things better? You learn to challenge each other as well to have the conversation here. All right. So let's remove that video. All right. And come to another video here that I believe would be a very
job facility and company than ever before.
Sorry for that. So let's come to this other video here. All right. Let's come to the other video here. Hope the video will play. Let's look at the video. So this video here is about Joseph Boakai. All right. Remember the time where Joseph Boakai said, doing early administration as vice president, he was parked, or he was a race car that was parked. All right. Joseph Boakai told you that he was a race car that was parked. Now, as we continue to explore Joseph Boakai lies and deception, this video he just put up, what we want to evaluate out of the video, or we want to capture from the video, are images of Joseph Boakai being very involved with diplomats and other dignitaries. But at the same time, as you capture these images, I want you to define the definition, or I want you to define when somebody say I was parked as a race car. When a race car is parked, it is not moving, it is not engaging anything. Joseph Boakai said he was parked as a race car or during the early administration. But we know that that wasn't true, because Joseph Boakai, as vice president, had a responsibility of caring and catering to the group of 77. So as you watch this video, I want you to look at what Joseph Boakai in action is going to display to you. And I want you to tell me whether what you're going to see actually represented or represent Joseph Boakai comment or saying that I am a race car. So let's go through the video and let's watch it right now. All right, let's go through it.
There is a game and everybody's supposed to play, but everybody against one man, and that woman is known as Boakai.
So there goes Joseph Boakai right here. Let's come back here to the image. There goes Joseph Boakai here, standing next, I believe, next to the I think this is Christian Lagarde, something like that. She was the IMF boss. All right. Now, Joseph Boakai is all smiling here because this lady came to Liberia. Joseph Boakai is all smiling here. This image, the fact that Joseph Boakai is standing next to the high-profile lady, it shows that Ellen had him engaging with people. He was very much engaging with people. But then he went and started to lie on Ellen Johnson, said that Ellen parked him as an old car or old race car. That is the first image. Let's go to the second image. There goes Joseph Boakai here now, somewhere in the Middle East, standing among oil tycoon. All right. They find out that man can travel from Liberia and go to the Middle East and take pictures with these dignitaries. He lied on Ellen again and said that Ellen had him parked as an old car. That is another lie that Joseph Boakai told to the people during that debate in 27. I mean, in 2017. There you go. Joseph Boakai is here. Do you see this as someone who was parked like an old car? Absolutely not. All right.
Because he's a super player. Because he's
There goes Joseph Boakai here again. Mr. Boakai is here again. Ellen allowed him to travel to the United States to take pictures. I believe this was out of the United States or maybe the U.S. Embassy. Either one of them. But if you look in the back here, you see the United States flag, and there goes Joseph Boakai here again. But he said he was parked like an old race car. All right, that is a blatant lie. Yes, let me progress here.
a brilliant player. Holding a position, setting defense, double defense, triple defense. Hey! But Romeo Walker is not the time on us.
I believe this is Washington D.C. because this is Jeremiah Sloan who served as the vice presidential candidate on the ticket of the ANC. All right. This is Joseph Boakai here. This image again is telling you that he will never park as an old race car.
Defensive. He's warming up.
Now, here now into the reality here with all the crooks around here. All right. Here with all the crooks around here. This is Joseph Boakai here. So what I want you guys to understand.
Yeah, he's jogging.
What I want you guys to understand from Joseph Boakai here. Joseph Boakai cannot be trusted. All right. There is nothing that Joseph Boakai should tell you guys that you should believe. This old man got no plan for Liberia. He lies throughout his whole political and other services. He lies. All right. He lies. Toba gave him opportunity. He did not do anything over there. Samuel Kayando came and gave him the second opportunity. He underperformed. Though gave him a second chance, elevated him to a ministerial position, he underperformed. And then in the end, he lied and said he was in fire by Doe wouldn't let him go. All right. Judy Bryan gave him an opportunity. He threw Star Radio Station under the bus and destroyed that institution. Amos Sawyer, on the other hand, also gave him an opportunity to be at LPRC. He screwed things up. And then of recent, Ellen gave him 12 years. The old man sat over there, told you that he squandered and they all squander resources of the country. And he never said anything. And for you guys, I didn't believe Joseph Boakai is a natural liar and a crook, even though the story that he told about this bitter goat, he's yet to tell you guys that he sold a bitter goat. And his followers continue to deny it. And people who interview him also know that he told that story. But he's not willing to come back. He fingered the Fuda man eye. Yeah, Joseph Boakai fingered the Fuda man eye not to see the truth, but lying to the Fuda man. So when it comes to fingering things, Joseph Boakai is another fingerer. All right. He is from the family of fingerers, of fingering. And he lies a lot. For me, I don't see the man getting into any position because his political track record continues to show that Joseph Boakai cannot be trusted. Joseph Boakai is not reliable. And when we start our broadcast tomorrow, we will respect Joseph Boakai, but we will tell the Liberian people that he cannot be trusted. This old man cannot be trusted. And there's no way that anyone who is contemplating on a better future can look at Joseph Boakai. Yes, he cannot be trusted at all. Yes, he cannot be trusted. All right. So let this message be sent. All right. So let me progress here and let's see what's going on here. But before we do, if you never believe that Joseph Boakai is a natural liar, what did he do? You look at Mr. Cummings, after working with a man for years, look in the man's face and said to himself, I am going to ruin your character, Mr. Cummings. You came in this country with a very beautiful character, flying colors, and you think we're going to just allow you to sit here? I will do anything and everything to tint your character. And Joseph Boakai went ahead and did that. He went to court, stood before the judge in the presence of witnesses and other dignitaries or government officials, and took that oath and lied and said that Mr. Cummings did something to the document. There were some of you who believe him, and there were some of you who were in doubt. For me, I knew from day one that he was lying. I knew it from day one that he has been lying. He has never been able to tell the truth because that's who he is. And then what happened in the end? In the very end, the Supreme Court decided that there was no evidence of truth to hold water to the accusation or the allegation leveled against Mr. Cummings. But Mr. Boakai believed that his story that he put together, that Mrs. Blair would say fit together to benefit. He thought it was going to give him some edge to fool Mr. Cummings, and I mean to fool the librarian to get Mr. Cummings into jail. That's what Joseph Boakai wanted. But thank God that these people came out and proved these things. And that's what I'm telling you. This man, he is very deceptive. Yes, Joseph Boakai cannot be trusted. We will begin to tell the librarian people tomorrow as we start our broadcast throughout the different counties that we have on our broadcast list. We will let the people know that Joseph Boakai has never been in the interest of the librarian people, and he's not in the interest of the librarian people anyway. So he goofed off those lies to get rid of Mr. Cummings. And I will not sit here, even though I have not decided to support ANC. What I believe that needs to be done is to tell the truth. Mr. Boakai lied on Mr. Cummings. I mean, think about it. It could have been you. Look at all the effort you are making in this country. And one day when you decide to go back home and somebody just put lies together and try to tint your character, that is that position I'm taking right now against Joseph Boakai. He's not an honorable man. He cannot be trusted. And that is why he's not going to be president of this country. I will tell you, call Liberia. He's not going to be. He's not going to be. ANC, CDC, Open Minded Liberian, you need to do everything in your possible means of doing things to make sure that Joseph Boakai get defeated in the first election. That is come out of fourth or fifth place, not even third place. That challenge is up to you guys. Because if this man can look at a fellow Liberian and tell a lie just because of power, he is capable of doing anything to destroy Liberia. And he's very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. I'm telling you now. This man should have been able to find a common ground to make sure that the CPP stand. But because he's power greed, he's greedy for power, he will do anything and everything. You saw the man how he answered the question a few days ago when they're asking whether Mr. Cummings is on his list. What did he say? Only do we trust. This Omega had no feeling for any Liberian in our country. Let me tell you guys now. And he doesn't have what it takes to be president of that country. Do not fool yourself. Everyone know that Joseph Boakai is not in the position to do anything in our country. All right? Let's play a few things here. After 11 o'clock, we'll be getting out of here by 11:15. So
To do
we're
Emmanuel
getting out of
Newport's
here by
bidding.
11:15. All right? Let's listen here.
Joe Boakai has no fresh ideas. Joe Boakai is not able to run this country. He's a dead man walking. He's a dead man walking, and I cannot support a dead man walking. I will not support wicked Nukwe, the people who raise the budget on you, the people who raise, taxes on you, on water, on essential commodities. They raise taxes on you, and some of you support these people. They have destroyed your lives. And come on, what is it with some of you people? I will not change. The people will cry in this country. They will not have food to eat. Nothing will change. God forbid, if Emmanuel Nuku and Joe Boakai won the presidency and the vice presidency, nothing will change. They're not going to cut their salaries. They're not going to reduce the budget.
So they hear that.
Joe Boakai has no fresh ideas. Joe Boakai is not able to run this country. He's a dead man walking. He's a dead.
And let me say this to you, folks. This is true, all right? I don't appreciate most of the time what Mr. Costa was saying, but this one, I agree with him 100%. He has evaluated Joe Boakai. He knows how the man's work. It is not just one time Mr. Costa has said this thing. So many times, we even got audio where Mr. Costa was even discussing Mr. Boakai or salary. His budget for his office. We will play that for you guys one of these days as well. We will play that here. Let me see what I can just give you guys a heads up on that. Yes. But he has said a lot of things about Mr. Boakai. There is a whole laundry list, all right, of what Mr. Boakai is not able to do. And Mr. Costa has listed that thing for every one of us here. All right. So we will come with more of these in time to come. Yes, we'll definitely come with more of these in time to come. So again, tomorrow, don't forget, all right? Tomorrow, 6 p.m. New York time, I will be sitting here. And for the first time, if everything goes well, I will be sitting here and be talking through a local radio station from Nema County, and we'll be broadcasting Liberia time from 10 p.m. to 11. And that will be 6 my time here, I believe. So 6 p.m. tomorrow, I will be sitting here and I will be talking to Liberians back home. We're going to start with introduction, folks getting to know who am I, getting to reconnect with folks, and we hope that we can carry the campaign. My campaign is to make sure that I inform the Liberian people who is the best candidate. But they're not going to be Joseph Boakai. I can guarantee you that one. That is not going to be Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai is not on my list. He has had his time, and his time for me is not in the future. It's rather in the past. So I will not take that from Mr. Boakai, and you guys need to know. All right. So let's come back to the last one here and let the one take home Jaha it brought us here.
And she said,
I say no to Mr. Joe. Let Joe go back, man. This is your talk. Let Joe go back in the bush that they pay he belong because he do nothing here in woman early. They do nothing for our country. So let them go back to the place. They will not get one vote here. We tired today. We tired tomorrow.
I'm Jackson Bo with him. You see, my brother, this is a little business that I made to support my 5 children. During the year 2005, Madam Seri told us that there were going to be free primary education, especially free primary education. And she told us there will be a lot of job facility and company than ever before. And she said also there was going to be a stop to corruption, and corruption was going to be her worst enemy. And I think she set precedent on Judy Bryant. But after Judy Bryant died and all the rest of her ministers were just transferred to another ministry for corruption, I see the election to be very critical. And one thing I should tell the Liberian people is to get the United Party out of Liberia completely, because they are people like the demonic forces that is hanging over Liberia, trying to suck our blood and destroy our children and great-grandchildren future. They are.
And he's not lying. I mean, he's saying the truth. And Joseph Boakai is the main person that need to be stopped. These people on the ground, they understand the situation they're going through, and likewise, you. But what it takes to support them is to make sure that you inform your friends and relatives back home that this guy called Joseph Boakai is not in the interest of Liberia. It's not in the interest of the Liberian people. The behavior he has exhibited over the past few months up to a year is a clear indication that he should not be given the opportunity. 12-year of Ellen Johnson administration, he lies on a woman and said that he was parked like an old race car. That was not true. Joseph Boakai was responsible for the group of 77, and he did nothing for that community of people in Liberia. Joseph Boakai, in the recent video he just put up, he is now seen with foreign dignitaries that Ellen Johnson said he had him engaging just to give him the opportunity to be known. But he turns around and lied on Ellen Johnson said and said he was parked like a race car. A man with that kind of character, all right? A man with that kind of character should not and will not be president of Liberia. We will make sure that the Liberian people will understand Joseph Boakai. The man has not even clearly defined any vision for himself. Nothing. Joseph Boakai had not separated himself from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf since he got defeated. He believed that his old age would get him to power. But that is not going to work this time around. This is Joseph Boakai's last opportunity, and he's going to lose that opportunity. Those who are beyond Joseph Boakai, they got no intention for that country. Absolutely no intention. They just want to take power and enrich themselves. But we will let the Liberian people know across every network. And as far as I'm concerned, he's not a healthy old man. All right. And he needs to provide his medical clearance to show to the Liberian people that he has a functional capacity. But as far as we all know, we don't see the man exercising. We don't see him walking around. He's homebound. He's bad grade. He only comes out to speak for a few seconds and go. You in the country, when you get sick, you have to call out, right? This man is not too well. His overall body is not fit to carry out the job. Yet and still the people behind, they know. But they are not willing. They are not ready. They are not sincere to tell the Liberian people that Joseph Boakai is more of a liability than being an asset. And we'll make sure that we tell the Liberian people that. I don't dislike Joseph Boakai because he was made in the image of God. I feel that Joseph Boakai is obsolete now. He has been completely absorbed. There is no energy left in him. Absolutely nothing. He is just been pushed by these guys who I see as leftovers. But we will begin the program tomorrow to start to inform the people in Liberia that Joseph Boakai should not be given the opportunity to go to the second round. No. So yeah, the comments people, it's up to you guys. This is the battle that you need to put yourself together and begin to engage the people on the ground. And together, with sedition supporting our cause, it can happen. It can definitely happen. It's either Cummings or we are. Nobody else, as far as I can see right now. Nobody else. Cummings or we are. But it's up to you guys, the Cummings people, to see where you can get it. You can move we are from there. But we are people too will be very committed to keeping we are there. That is the competition that I am looking forward to. That is my expectation. But for Joseph Boakai, no. This old man, he is a pathological liar. He lied to a Fuller man once. He lied on Cummings. He lied on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He can lie on anybody. He lied to you, the Liberian people. Said that he was parked as an old car. No. He supported the inequality and the marginalization of our people. He helped to marginalize our people and enjoy the wealth that was given to him. He created and supported the inequality in the country. You listen to the man telling a pregnant woman, a woman with her baby, even if I was the man who you had the children by, I will be running away from you as well. This man got no heart. He has no heart, nothing so ill. So he should be retired with respect, and I think that would be good. He should be retired with respect. So ANC people, your job is to put yourself together and begin to campaign and inform the Liberian people on any platform that Joseph Boakai is not reliable to be trusted. Joseph Boakai is very, very deceptive. Joseph Boakai is a backstabber, and nobody should will or deal with Joseph Boakai because he will tell you something today, and tomorrow he will tell you, I did not say that. That's who Joseph Boakai is. And for all the reasons, he should not be president of Liberia, and he will not be president of Liberia. All right. So, guys, it's almost 11:15, and I would like to say a big thank you to every one of you guys. Tomorrow we'll be back here to continue our show. But again, we'll be looking up to getting our our voices on the ground. And before I leave, with the 1 minute left, the guys are very excited about having the show, and they want doing the call because there will be a call section. We will try to get a local number that will display on the screen here. And that way, you will have the opportunity to call in and really inform the Liberian people that Joseph Boakai is not doing the right thing. The we are people will have the opportunity to call. The ASC people have the opportunity to call. When we finally sign a deal with who we're going to support, by then we'll be very solid in the country. We will have base in the country. So you need to think about that. All right. Until then, you have yourself a pleasant night. We'll be back here tomorrow. All right. Good night to every one of you guys. J. Randy is signing off. Bye.